Very good morning, children. I hope all of you are keeping well. Students, in today's video lecture, we shall study the third lesson of Snapshot book, that is Ranga's Marriage, and it has been written by Masti Venkateshwar Iyengar. Students, first of all, let us know very quickly something about the author. Students, Masti Venkatesha Iyengar was born in 1891 and died in 1986, and he was a well-known writer in Kannada language. A student, he was the fourth among Kannada writers to be honored with the Gyanpith Award, the highest literary honor conferred in India. And students, he was popularly referred to as Masti Kannada Asti, which means Masti Kannada's treasure. And student, he is the most renowned for his short stories, and he wrote under the pen name of Srinivasan. So, student, there are four characters in this story, namely Ranga, Ratna, Shyama, the narrator, and Shastriji. Now the introduction of the lesson, students. Student, the story revolves around Ranga, the accountant's son, who got the opportunity to go out of the village to study students. And the narrator takes you through a journey where he changes Ranga's perception about marriage and how he staged their union with the help of Shastriji and what role English has played in their village. So, student, the entire story involves funny instances and references because the narrator has made sure your mind stays occupied with the story. The student, as we know that the lesson revolves around Ranga, who is the a village accountant son, and a student who had just come back from Bangalore. And at the news of his arrival, the villagers gather at his home to analyze if he had changed or not and what is his perception about marriage. Students, everybody was so excited because during those days, not everyone used to get a chance to go to cities for studying. So now the narrator now is expecting the readers to be questioning or asking the simplicity of the title, students. Ranga's marriage. Student, the writer feels readers might be thinking of fancier titles like Ranganathan Viva or Ranganathan Vijay or Girja Kalyan, but he clarifies that although he had options of keeping such elaborate names also, the reason why he chose the basic and casual one is because the story is about our Ranga, as in someone who is very close and very dear to him. So, student, they live in a village called Hoshali in Mysore. Right, not many people know of it, and the narrator does not blame them because there is no trace of it in geography books. Even in the Englishmen have no idea about the place, but they are also not to blame because our citizens too are completely ignorant about his village. So, students, he refers to the people as sheep who blindly follow each other. What do ships do? Ships only blindly follow other ships only, and they do not use their logic or their brain to justify the things only. So, student, at last he feels the cartographer. Cartographer, who is cartographer? Is the one who makes map. So, student, at last the author feels the cartographer is also not to be held responsible. So, student, as a result, there is no trace of this village on any map only. So now, student narrator feels apologetic for getting carried away because he deviated from the topic. And then, student, he then again throws light upon the significance of this village Hoshahli. He says that it is very important. It is just as important as Mysore is to India. So, student, he thinks highly of his village, and then he tells the reader about this special mango trees in the village, whose mangoes are famous for their special qualities. So, student, do you know what happened? The narrator once took the fruit, this mango fruit, at home to make chutney, and everybody suffered from a bad cough after eating it. So, student, it was only when he went to see the doctor that he told him about the qualities of mangoes of Hoshahali. The narrator asks the reader to take a bite and assures that the sourness of the mango will be felt by them till the top of their head. See, and not only the mangoes, students, everything in and around this village is remarkable. Even the creeper grows in the pond, and its flowers are very special. One can even serve an afternoon meal, students, on these leaves. All you need to do is to grab two leaves when you are on your way to the pond to bathe. And after speaking highly of his village, students, the narrator says, if anyone wishes to see for himself or herself, one must contact him. So, student, he will help them. He is saying to them that those whosoever wants to visit this village, he will help them to reach there. Also, he feels that there is no better way to know a place than to visit it. And then student narrator brings about a comparison as to how things were different 10 years ago when not many people knew or spoke English. Students, neither did people send their children to big cities like Bangalore to study. And then back then, only the village accountant had the courage to send his son to Bangalore. So, students, according to the author, those times were simpler. He justifies his claim by telling an incident where he was at Rama Rao's house and they had just bought a bundle of firewood from an old lady. Rama told her to come next morning as he did not have any change at that moment. So the poor old lady did not know what change meant, what is the meaning of change, and she got angry and she went away whispering to herself. So, student, neither did the narrator know its meaning. It was only when he went to Ranga's house the next morning. And however, 10 years ago, students, English was not commonly spoken in this village. And when the villagers came to know that Ranga, the accountant's son, was coming home from Bangalore, everybody got excited and everybody rushed to his home to have a glance at him. Fascinated by all the crowd, students, the narrator too went there and asked people as to why they were gathered because he couldn't see anything entertaining happening there like a monkey performing. So a boy, a stupid boy without brains, shouted loud enough for everyone to hear in a rude way. The narrator called him immature. So, student, all the people were waiting outside Ranga's house because the place would look like the black hole of Calcutta if they all went inside. So, by saying this, students, the narrator means that there were so many people that the house would have fallen short to accommodate them. So, student, thus Ranga came outside with a smile on his face. Everyone was so amazed to see that Ranga had not changed a bit after he left 6 months ago. An old lady even went to the extent of running her hands through his chest to check for a sacred thread. However, she went away after confirming student that he had not forgotten about his caste. So once the villagers realized that the Ranga did not change even after moving to the city, they disappeared as fast as a lump of sugar does in a child's mouth. So the narrator waited till the crowd cleared and asked him about his well being. Ranga noticed him and replied with full respect in a traditional way. Students. Ranga had not noticed the narrator in the crowd actually before that moment. So Ranga was very well behaved and well aware as to who could benefit him. He was one of those who could analyze someone's worth rightfully. So for how he greeted the narrator, he bent low and touched his feet, thereby seeking his blessings. Students, it was not the present day namaskar where children would do it casually, but it was a proper traditional manner. So the narrator blessed him that he might get married soon and then left. That afternoon, student Ranga visited the author with a few oranges, which the narrator thought was quite thoughtful of him. Thinking of how nice Ranga is, the author thought it would be a good deed to have him married to a girl just as nice as him. So, student, they chatted for a while, and then the narrator asked Ranga about his views on getting married. Ranga expressed that he does not intend on marrying now because he intends on finding the right girl. And students, he cites the example of an officer who got married at the age of 30 to a woman aged 25. So he is saying, student, now since these are both adults, they would understand each other's actions and behavior. But whereas suppose the narrator finds a girl who is very young, so she could misunderstand his words or actions. Why? Because she is not mature enough. So, student, he mentions the love story of Shakuntala and Dushyant from Mahabharata, and that he would not have fallen in love with Shakuntala if she were too young. So, students, in that case, he means to say that Kalidas' plays also would have not existed. That is why, students, he intends on staying a bachelor till he finds the right girl. So, in this part of the video, we will study till here. In the next part of the video, we will cover up